We are here today with a couple of members of Blackjack Billy, and we are excited to get to know you guys.
Hello.
I'm just going to let you guys kind of tell us a little bit about what you've been up to and introduce yourselves and tell us about the band. I know you guys have some exciting things with some singles coming out, so share a little bit.
Cheers. Welcome to Coffee Time with Blackjack Billy.
Thank you
My
for having
name's
us.
Jeff.
There
This
you
is
go.
Noll. And
We're glad to be here this morning.
Yeah.
Lovely day outside. It's nice and freezing cold.
Yeah, finally got winter in Tennessee. Well, talk to me about, I know you have kind of an interesting project right now. You've got 3 different singles coming out in different countries. How did that come about? Tell us about the songs. Just elaborate a little bit.
It is going to be an interesting spring for us. Yeah, as you said, 3 different songs, 3 different countries. Why? It just kind of worked out that way. It wasn't necessarily by design, but we have separate record deals in 3 different countries, and we're sort of on different trajectories with each one. Australia right now is summer, so
Right.
we're putting out a summertime song called Like God Made Summertime in Australia, and we're going there in March to play the CMC Rocks Festival. It's our 3rd time going back. We're super excited about that.
And then Canada.
Canada is quite the opposite. It is quite freezing. So we're putting out Frosty the Snowman, a modern version.
Jingle Bell Rock has a backup
I
track.
thought it was Frosty.
Hidden track.
Oh,
The B-side.
B-side. You may have to explain B-side to some
To
people.
the younger audience.
Basically, Canada, we had a jump start in Canada. This is going to tie in a second with a song called The Booze Cruise that we put out independently over here. And it never actually went to terrestrial radio here in the U.S., but it blew up over there for us a couple of years ago. And we are actually releasing The Booze Cruise here in the States. It's been in March. It's been a cult underground hit for us over here, but it never went to radio. And a lot of radio people are begging us to.
It's a great
For them to
song. It
play
was
it.
one of the songs
So,
that I listened to when I
Very
found
cool.
out that I was going to interview you guys. So yeah,
So
I
it's
love
never
it.
really had its mainstream shot here. We're really excited to finally take it to the masses.
When we had a chance to go to radio here, people that are wiser than us are telling us, come on guys, this is a no-brainer. So we're excited to give it a chance to live on the radio and have a big hit with it. You know, it's 2 for 2 in other countries. It came out in Australia, like you might have mentioned, in Canada also. Both places
It's
did
platinum,
absurd. So.
platinum in Canada and #1 in Australia, and it hasn't come out here. So now that it's getting its shot here, we can't.
We're thinking it can't lose, man.
That's
can't
right,
lose.
right.
Maybe.
And 3rd time's a
Yes.
charm. It's always the big one, so
We see. Yeah.
that's awesome.
We also can't put it out again in Canada, so we're gonna have to do a different single in Canada, which is why we're having 3 different songs.
There you go. There you go.
So we got to learn a lot of new words to songs. Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
Hey, it keeps you guys on your toes, right? That's right. Tell us a little bit about the history of the group and how it came together and about some of the different members.
We made as songwriters. I was at EMI, just come to town, green as can be, and Jeff had some success in the production world and in the songwriting world. He had just come to EMI, working with the Love and Theft Boys and producing their music, and worked with a couple other artists, and then continues to work with Tim Hicks. Still, who's a great artist. If you don't know him, check him out.
Up in Canada.
And when I got to EMI, he was somebody that they wanted me to meet and thought we would work well together. And it's like, hey, you gotta check this cat out. And so when I met Jeff, you know, his little ticker started ticking and started creating this band, Blackjack Billy, and writing songs for it. And we just had a lot of fun. It was like more fun than the stuff that we were doing besides Blackjack Billy. So we all ended up kind of quitting what else we were doing and getting in a bus and never coming home. That's
So-
really, I mean, the short story is right there.
So have you been obviously you've been playing these different countries in different places. I know earlier in our conversation you said that you have not really done Kentucky. So-
It's a conundrum. I don't understand it. We've literally played everywhere. For 3 years we just wanted to be road dogs. We wanted to go build a fan base, and everybody that would let us come play, we would play. From 4-hour bar gigs that pay a bar tab and some food to the festival circuit to the county fair circuit. We played everywhere, and for some reason we're looking up, and I believe this is true. If we're wrong, let us know. I don't think we've played a show in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So
It's
all
just
you
so
Kentucky
far
people
away,
have got to
you know.
ask
Kentucky
and
and
get them
Hawaii
on
are
there.
the 2
Yeah.
states. Idaho, maybe? We've played Idaho.
Have we played Idaho?
I don't know. It's crazy.
We have to look
I do
now.
not have 20/20 memories. So.
I've played my own private Idaho.
Now, when you guys do you write your own songs or?
Oh yeah, we do. We love to write. We we met as songwriters and connected really well as songwriters. We do have a song called "One Can Be a Lot." It's on our independent album called Rebel Child, and that was a song that we heard at a listening round at the listening room, just a songwriters night, and just fell in love with it. So we had to cut it. It's one of the best songs we've ever heard, and we may the best song win, but we love to write. That's sort of where our heart's at. Most.
Do you have a tendency to lean towards one type of a song? I mean, love songs, ballads, the party songs. Is anything kind of your thing, or does it just depend on?
I know when I started, when I really fell in love with music as a kid, it was the energy on stage. When I would see Aerosmith or when I would see Kiss, like watching MTV and watching that stuff. And then even when Garth came out in country music, and it was just the energy on stage. So that was what I was always just drawn towards. And I'd love to write songs that give us that opportunity to be on stage and almost, you put them into a frenzy and get them going and cranked up. But at the end of the day, you can also do the same thing with a ballad and get them to, that energy with the fans is what I dig the most. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that answers your question remotely at all, I don't know if it did.
Information's information. It's all good.
We're such a live-based band that we've always tried to write. Nobody knew who we were, so we had to write songs that would just get strangers' attention away from SportsCenter and onto the stage and having a good time. So we would lean towards writing more up-tempo, fun, energetic songs. But like you said, we also like to have the ability to turn around and then touch their hearts with a really cool.
Or like the
song.
festival circuit, if we were playing with 4 different acts and we're on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we had to be loud enough and aggressive enough with our stuff. And we didn't want to do cover songs because no one's going to remember the name of the band if you're up there doing Sweet Home Alabama all day. But unless you're Leonard Skinner, then you might do well. Yeah.
We have played Sweet Home Alabama.
But we had to write songs that we could do with our music to get out there at a 4 o'clock slot at a festival and get people to come out of their trailers and come front stage, and that's what.
See who's up there.
The Booze Cruise came out of that because we were lucky enough to go down and get hired by Spinnaker Beach Club in Panama City for spring break, and we wanted to write something that fit the vibe of that. Bring a camera guy down there and shoot a little video. So we were very fortunate that worked out. But just trying.
Do you have any fan stories that they've come up afterwards because of whether it was a ballad or whatever the song may be that has either sparked a new song to be written or that just really touched you and said, "Oh, this is why I do what I do"?
There's been some fans that have really touched Jeff inappropriately. No. There's been some amazing.
I should have known that was going the other direction.
The fans that have touched me the most. No, there's been some crazy moments with fans. We just got a letter from one of our. We consider them friends now. I mean, they're not just fans. I'm glad they like our music, but they're friends beyond music.
Sure.
Just stuff that we wouldn't even know that touched into that topic about, what the music that we've made, and it just kind of is humbling and to know that somebody could be in a hospital bed listening to your songs, thinking this gets me pumped up to fight through some tough times, and to think that hey, I've overcome some personal demons by being able to come out and be at your shows, and it's just really mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Without going into too much detail about any particular case.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, you kind of forget that even exists when you're in our world because Nashville's such a crazy place, man. It is a crazy town. But it's a hard town to function in anyway and to keep your head screwed on right. And then you get so caught up in it every now and again you hear a story like that and you go, holy moly, we get to play music and we get to touch people's lives like that, and it gives you a deep breath of fresh air maybe.
Has there been a song that in your minds and in your interpretation it was one thing and that's really all you focused on, but then someone else said to you, oh, that's not how I interpreted it, this is how it related to me, and it totally turned it around for you? It was like a different song, it meant something
Pussy
different?
Control by Prince.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about one of our songs?
Right.
Well, we wrote.
Please don't cut that on. Please don't put that on.
We wrote Booze Cruise for the Children of Africa, and people keep talking about alcohol and partying. Sure? Yeah. I mean, we were really trying to help world hunger.
I thought it was for the
and awareness with that song, and then
yeah.
I don't know what They got it all wrong.
They got
People,
it
you got it all
totally
wrong.
wrong.
Feed the children.
They're hungry.
Talking about getting it all wrong. Social media. Have you had any fun stories that you can share with anything? Because nowadays social media has pretty much opened the door and window and everything else wide open, and the boundaries are nowhere what they used to be.
Thank you so
Any
much.
fun stories?
I think we're trying to keep up with the boundary. You know, I didn't grow up involved in a lot of social media, so I've learned a lot about it, how to function in that world. But I think some of our buddies that are artists, I mean, they're great at it, man. Like, they're on it all day, every day. So it is a terrific way to know what's up with your fans and where their heads are at.
Yeah.
But
Stalker-wise, or any just crazy stories that
we love
they...
stalkers. They're the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise
I mean, honestly,
me.
it goes back to what he was saying about touching people. Not.
That came out of my nose. When you're gonna, okay.
Some, a couple of those fans that he's talking about, just, sometimes we have daily interactions with them on social media, and it makes such a big difference when they're going through something really personal, or they're in a hospital, and some of them are really badly sick, and they reach out to us, and we try to respond as much as we can. And
Or you
just
get
to
a great
send-
song title of concept, like when somebody writes, I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself.
He's hooked on
We
that
should
today.
write that.
We should write that.
Yeah, touche. But just to be able to send a little message, or a little sign of encouragement, or just to even, favorite what they say, they get so happy, and just to
Makes
have
their
that
day,
communication
absolutely.
with an artist, and it's great to have that outlet without having to give out your
Personal information, and- yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Exactly. Exactly.
it's a wonderful way to do it.
Good. What about like upcoming tours? I mean, obviously we have the 3 singles and stuff coming out. CRS is around the corner. Are you guys doing anything with CRS? What do fans have to look forward to? Where can they see you?
We'll be hanging out at the
We're
hotel.
cutting an album right now too, so we'll be
Yeah.
we've been in the studio hardcore. I mean, just writing, recording, making sure that we have a follow up, because we're regardless of having a single or not, we were very proud of Rebel Child as an independent album, and what we did with that, and we're making sure we follow it up with an album that's equally as cool to us and something we're proud of.
Yeah. We're, besides writing and recording, we got to deliver an album to Australia in March when we go down there. We're doing this really awesome fundraiser in Mexico, which is going to be really, really hard on us to have to go there and do it. But
Darn.
there's an organization called the Little Yellow Schoolhouse, and we'll be going there for a week to help raise money.
Arriba.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the town Dave wrote? Oh, what is it?
Do you know?
Shoot.
Something La Muerte? No, that means...
Yeah, no.
No, that's bad.
No, that's Day of the Dead you're thinking of.
Yeah. Ole.
Well,
But yeah, we're excited to go to Mexico, and then we're going to be on a radio promo run for Blues Cruise in the States, probably through the middle of March, and then we go to Australia
you got
for a
full
week.
schedule.
And then we start hitting the touring.
Ala
Harris or
Mujeres.
something.
Mujeres. Sí, Isla de Mujeres.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's what it is.
bam.
He does that well.
He's down
I'm-
eastbound and down of Mujeres.
Yeah.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
I think we need a bigger box.
There you go. Well, is there anything else you guys want to add? You guys have been fun to talk with and anxious to
Come
hear
see
more
us play
stuff.
some music, man. Come see
Absolutely.
us play. We love doing it, and
Absolutely.
we're blessed to do it, and we're happy to be here talking to you through a computer screen or a phone or whatever you watch it on. This has been Noll and Jeff's Coffee Hour with Blackjack Billy.
Cheers.
We eat at Larry's Country Diner.
Plug them all while you got them.
Follow us on christianmingle.com.
Thank you, guys.